Hi, I'm Laura Avery, the Santa Monica Farmers Market Supervisor, and welcome to Cooking with the Farmers Market, where we are going to show you how to cook delicious food with fresh, locally grown ingredients from the farmers market. Shopping at the farmers market eliminates the need for packaging and helps us to avoid costly processed food and provides us with hundreds of options for adding fresh fruits and vegetables to our menu. Joining me today is Stephano de Lorenzo, the chef owner of the Michelin star Botte restaurant in Santa Monica, which specializes in regional Italian cuisine. And also with us today is Stefano's son Luca, who will be sharing some of his favorite recipes with us as well. Cooking from the farmers market is easy no matter what your budget, so let's get started. Welcome, Stephano and Luca.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What are we going to cook today?
Today we're gonna make a pasta from scratch. It's called orecchiette, which means small ears, right? We have some beautiful flour from our local farmers market. The first thing that I would love to get started with, I want to make some tomato water, and that's what I also gonna use to make the pasta.
Now, making fresh pasta, okay, the ingredients are simply, like you said, we have flour, and we now have flour from one of the farmers at the farmers market. So you just got this the other day, didn't you? At
Yes,
the market?
I did.
Some nice flour grown in California. California used to grow quite a bit of wheat back in the day, and it's sort of all left but it's coming back. Artisanal wheat, wonderful varieties of wheat. So this, what kind is this? Is this something you picked especially for the pasta?
Yes, I did. I really loved it. It's a Sonora wheat.
Sonora wheat. Yeah, I think it's a kind that used to grow in California. And then what else have you got? Is that?
Along with the Sonora wheat, I'm gonna use some semolina flour. I wanna give the pasta a really nice crunchy taste, and also give a little bit of that Italian style to the pasta. So.
And semolina is corn, or is that a wheat also?
It's a wheat also.
Wheat,
yeah.
Okay, but it's coarse. It almost looks like cornmeal.
It's
But very fine.
Coarse, so that's why I get a little bit of that al dente taste, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I cut my tomatoes. I'm gonna put my tomatoes right here on a blender. Cover it up.
And that's just your standard.
That's all it's gonna take to make my pasta. I'm gonna strain it.
And that's a kitchen blender. Is that a special kind of blender?
No, just
anybody can have?
perhaps a little more powerful than a standard blender, but a standard blender will work just fine.
So you're pouring the tomatoes.
Pouring a tomato here, right?
Through a table napkin,
Through a
basically.
table napkin, right? So something that we can easily do at home, right? Just a container, a table napkins. I tidy here.
Okay.
I let it rest for a little bit. And what I'm gonna get out of this is some beautiful, clean tomato water with some fantastic taste.
Do you okay, so that's just 3 tomatoes, and then how much water? Do you know how much water you're gonna get from
the pasta that we're gonna make today, I am gonna use about 250 grams of each one of the 2 flours and 220 of the tomato water. So I'm gonna put a little less liquid and a little more flour.
Okay. Now a lot of people that cook at home don't have a scale.
Okay.
But do you prefer to weigh because it's more accurate?
I think it's I think for the consistency and everything. So I think
so
would
these
be a
are
good
all
idea.
pre-measured in those amounts you said. Okay. All right.
So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start making my pasta.
It's so easy to do at
It
home.
is really very easy.
So equal parts of semolina and flour.
That's correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna start that one.
And this is this fabulous dough hook thing.
Slowly, I'm gonna pour my tomato water in there. So I don't get just the tomato taste from the sauce, but inside the pasta also I have the tomato water.
And then are you going to add salt?
I'm not going to add salt on the pasta because that's going to change the color of my pasta with time. Right?
Yeah.
It's going to turn kind of darker color.
Really?
So I don't want to add salt on the pasta.
Okay.
But I can do that on the water and on the sauce. So.
Okay. So flour and water. No eggs.
No eggs.
Just
no
flour
eggs
and
for
water.
this type of
easy.
pasta.
Yeah. That's great. Simple food. Yeah.
Next thing I want to do.
So you're making dough right now.
Now
you're basically making dough. Okay.
Perfect. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use this fantastic zucchini trombetta, also fresh from the farmer's market, and also very Italian. I remember when I was in Italy, so it reminds me of Italy as well. They have a really unique flavor.
Now it's a trompetta. It's kind of like a zucchini,
It's kind of like a zucchini squash, yeah.
but more nutty, more.
But they have a very, very unique taste, so that's what I like it.
Are these
And,
the ones that get bigger and bigger and bigger
yeah,
that Alex
like that.
wears around his
Yeah,
neck? Yeah,
that's-
okay.
that's it,
These
yeah.
almost turn into a big, hard squash
They
after
do
a while,
actually
don't
turn
they?
into a
Oh,
squash,
yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a baby, anyway, it's a young squash.
I'm gonna-
Can you cook with them once they get big and like a hard winter squash? Can you also use them then?
Perhaps different recipe,
Yeah?
but you can still use them,
Yeah?
yeah, absolutely.
So what are you making with this right now?
I want to give my plate a nice different consistencies. So I am going to cut this zucchini here and I'm going to make them nice and crispy. And this part of the zucchini, I'm going to cook it in a boiling water along with the pasta. So I
Oh.
give the pasta also a little bit of the flavor of the zucchini.
Nice.
Okay, so
Tomato,
that's,
zucchini,
Tomato, zucchini.
right in the water
fresh
with the
product, yeah.
pasta. And no salt. That's so great.
No, not yet.
Yeah. Now, La Botte is one-star Michelin restaurants,
Yes, it
fine
is.
dining, and yet simple, rustic, from the farmer's market. Yeah, very
That's
inspired,
what,
yeah.
That's what I actually like to do. I like
Yeah.
to take the old recipe and keep it very simple, but
Yeah.
use the best and
Yeah.
freshest local products that I can possibly use.
And maybe this trompetta squash is something you had in Italy, and maybe
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's
hard
why-
to find here
yeah,
until you
it-
found the farmer's market. Yeah, that's great.
Never seen this in the store, just at the farmer's market. And it's also a very short season, so when I say I really want to take advantage of that.
Right. But when the trompetta is out of season, do we go with just a zucchini, or do we just switch vegetables to what's in season?
I actually like to do different recipes, so I don't do this when they are not in season. But we could use different zucchini, yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna turn this on.
So you can pretty much flavor your pasta water with whatever you want, whatever you're
You could also,
inspired to do, right?
If you have enough time and energy, you could also do a big pot of tomato water and just cook your pasta actually into the tomato water as well, instead of putting it in here.
Oh, yeah. So Luca, have you ever made pasta yourself?
Sometimes.
Well, how do you do all this stuff? Do you weigh it? Do you know how to do all that stuff with the scale and everything?
Yep.
Oh, wow. And then turn this guy on. Do you ever do the pasta dough by hand? I guess even kids don't have to do that anymore, huh? You got one of those. So if people don't have that, have you ever made the pasta dough just by hand and rolled it out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Good
we do that
muscles.
when
Yeah?
we don't have to make too much pasta. We'll do that.
Yeah, that's great. So this much pasta, do you try to estimate how many servings you're going to get with the...
If I use all of that, I'm probably gonna get it anywhere in between like 6 to 7 servings.
Okay.
I like to serve 80 grams a portion because that's what we do in Italy.
Okay.
You know, I just kind of grew up with that
I've
idea.
got to
so,
get my
yeah.
metric head here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know.
80 grams. Okay.
It's
Now this
about
is already-
2.7 ounces.
Oh, okay. Now that's almost smoking already.
It's almost smoking.
Yeah.
The induction is really fast, so I'm gonna put my zucchini here.
Now, Luca, are you able to do this? Do you work with your dad at home? Do you make the hot oil and you do the slicing and dicing? This looks like a very serious knife right here.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you do? You have a special tomato knife you're going to use later, right?
Yeah.
For your special dish. Oh, sorry, I saw you put some salt in there.
Put some salt in
Okay,
there, right?
okay.
Give a little bit of flavor to the zucchini.
Can you do this, Luca? Can you make this move with the pan? That takes a lot of practice.
Yep.
Yeah, he's practicing, but he's getting there.
Can I try?
Yeah, absolutely.
2 hands, 1 hand. Like that?
Like one, yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Look at you.
Okay, Luca, you want to try? No, just kidding.
I want to leave them here
We
for
don't
a
want to have
moment,
any
so I
accidents in the
make
kitchen.
one side crispy and turn them around and make the other
So
side
you don't
crispy.
have to turn every single one
Yeah.
over and get all crazy. You can just flip
Yeah.
them. Okay.
Flip,
That's
yeah.
nice hot oil too. Okay.
But, yeah, the trick is just put them zucchini inside when the oil is really
And
hot.
we're
yeah.
using olive oil.
We're using
That's a
olive oil.
good.
Yeah. Local, also from a local farmer's market.
Right, we
they do
use
fantastic
right in
olive oil.
California. We do have quite a few. In fact, this one here, Adams, they are a 5th generation. They've been there since the 1800s. I think
Yeah.
the story was Mr. Adams, the great-great-grandfather, used to go into local bars with his olives and tell people, get them a little inebriated and then sell them olives. And he's sold a lot of olives that way. So now this is madly boiling.
That's madly boiling, so that's
Okay.
perfect for us. Really soon our pasta here is going to be
How do
ready.
you know when it's ready to...
It kind of becomes one big
ball?
piece, right?
Oh,
One
yeah,
big ball,
uh-huh.
and then at that point we can start making our orecchiette.
Is this pretty much essential if you are going to make a lot of pasta at home to have some kind of a mixer like this?
Well, at the restaurant we have a big mixer, like
Yeah,
a 20-quart mixer,
Yeah.
which is like probably 10 times bigger than this one, right? So
Yeah.
you can start making your tomatoes. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, Luca, what are you going to do now?
I'm gonna make salted tomatoes
Salted tomatoes.
Yeah.
And
popcorn.
popcorn. Salted tomatoes. What kind of tomatoes are those?
They're fresh from the
I'm gonna dig these.
farmer's market tomatoes.
Do you taste them before you buy them?
Yep.
You ever try the orange ones?
Sometimes.
Yellow ones? Green ones?
Yep.
Oh, Luca loves tomatoes. Absolutely. Absolutely loves tomato.
So
you're doing
good.
very
And we're
good.
so
Look at
lucky,
you.
but there's some that are still
You
not
sure?
even flipped
That's
over.
okay. In a moment, we'll be done.
Yeah. They don't stick at all, which is great. That's because you just take good care of your pans.
That's
and-
because you're good.
Oh, that's because that's why.
That's why, yeah.
Okay, so Luca, what are you doing? Cutting those in half?
Yep.
And do you take that little thing where the stem was, or is that little thing on top? You have to worry about that, or you just, there's so little it doesn't matter. That little thing where the stem was, just leave that in.
It doesn't matter.
Now, how do you make sure you don't cut your finger? Do you
I'm
have a
very
special way?
careful.
You're very careful? Are you cutting that just in half, or are you making slices out of that tomato?
Just in half
Just in
because
half.
it's pretty tiny.
Okay, now what are you getting there?
Salt.
Okay. And how do you know how much to put on?
Well, I can see how much there is on it.
And what does the salt do for the tomato?
It gives it flavor, a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big difference with salt and no salt?
Yeah.
So great. Now, your dad, you were telling me. Okay, go ahead, yeah.
I'm going to strain this right now.
Strain that. Okay.
And take the oil
They're
away.
beautiful,
They've
beautiful,
got a
brown,
beautiful
crispy.
color, right? Yeah.
Oh, this one's actually puffy. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay.
So I'm going to do like this. There you go.
Okay, so it's a little spatula with, oh, that's how you can get that oil out of there. Okay.
And then I'm going to see them here on my napkin so I can let them dry
I'll
nicely.
turn this off.
And I'm going to take a little bit of sea salt.
Oh, it's
And I'm
beautiful.
going to sprinkle a little bit of sea salt. There you go. And then we're going to put them over there.
Okay.
Let them rest for a little bit.
All right.
And then we'll use them at the very end for
Very-
our
ooh.
presentation.
Now, are you timing this mixing, or you're
No,
just,
this is,
no?
yeah. I'm going to take that out now, and I'm going to finish working it here on the table.
Let's see what that dough looks like when you get it out of there, so we'll know what a pasta-ready dough looks like. Oh, this will.
just-
Oh, you can now you can lift the whole thing out. It'll all stick.
yeah.
That's when you know it's good to go.
That when-
What
when
if
it-
you mix it too long? They always say if you mix flour too long, the gluten gets hard or something.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of experience, but yeah, you don't want to mix it too long, right?
Okay.
For the gluten, but a little bit is okay because then it's going to keep your pasta nice
Okay,
and al dente.
I was not
yeah.
timing that, but while you made that, you got all your zucchini done, your
That's-
trompetta
yeah,
done, and you
yeah.
got the water going, and you. Wow, it's great.
So now maybe we can take a little bit of this pasta here.
So Luca, to be a chef, you have to learn how to do something really well, but then you have to learn how to do 2 things at once, and then 3 things
Yeah.
at once, and it's like right
Be-
now you're
be
stemming
nice.
your tomatoes, and you got the oil.
And be nice and organized in the kitchen, right?
Be organized in the kitchen. Yeah.
I'm going to
have a
get a
good
little bit
apron.
of extra flour.
Okay. And so you're rolling this out by hand. Okay.
I have a machine at the restaurant that helps me out to do this work and make it really fast, but right here, this is just perfect.
Okay. And is this a special kind of pasta rolling pin or something?
No, just plain, just for everybody.
I love your cutting board. It looks like it's well used.
I know, right?
Right. It's really special.
I promise you, this gets used every single day.
Well, they've got the plastic ones, the bamboo ones. Why do you like this one so much?
I love wood. I love the
Yeah.
feel of the wood, and yeah, the touch.
know,
This, I
it's
don't think there's
beautiful.
anything like wood. Yeah,
I know,
no.
I agree. It's awfully big though to get it in the sink to clean it. A bit of a chore.
There
Let's
you go.
talk about some of the flavor. We'll talk about those later, but you have all these beautiful olive oils here that are.
I make all my olive oils. I make all my stuff. In
Yeah.
a moment, we can talk about how
Okay.
to.
So now, how thick is this? This is about a quarter
Well,
inch.
Yeah, it depends on what you like, but just like that.
Oh, look at those little guys.
I mean, okay. Oh, there you go.
And this is it. Can you get different diameter? I mean,
You can,
or is it
you
just
can,
one?
you can get any diameter. You can get different cuts. You can get any
pass me the
diameter.
corn?
Right here. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, now Luca, what are you doing with the corn?
I'm just gonna get all these little things here and put them in a little tray. Daddy, can you get me the tray?
Sure.
Wait,
It's right
what?
here.
Yeah,
We're gonna
hey,
put
I
it
can
right here.
help.
There
I'm
you
here.
go.
Okay.
So let's get a little room for you. Let's put this one here. Perfect.
That
And
looks
this one
like
here.
So this is about a 1/4 inch thick, and then you make these little circles.
With the pasta machine, we can do that slightly thinner, but for the pasta today, for the handmade pasta,
Can I do
it works
some
just
of that
fine.
for you?
Sure, you can,
Okay,
absolutely.
so you're working around the edge. It's like cutting Christmas cookies. You want to make sure you use all the dough. What about the extra? You roll it up and roll it out again
You
and
can,
cut more?
exactly, you can use that one like that way. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Okay, let me try that. Either end? Oh, this
Either-
one's sharp.
Yeah, that one is really sharper. There you go. While you're doing that, I'm gonna take this one here that we don't need anymore.
This is great.
Just
Now,
twist
why
it here.
not just do, I know you want to do orchetti today, but you could also just do, you could do the
You can do many different
do
shapes
the-
of pasta
yeah,
with the same pasta dough.
spaghetti, the tagliatelle, all those things.
If you have a little bit of extra
Should I just
time.
let this fill up with these little circles and then push them all out at once? Or do you, oh, look,
And,
it's full.
You wanna
Completely
do,
full. Look at that. Oh, and
Yeah.
then you, oh, look
Oh.
at that.
see? And you
Shove it
can,
with that thing.
I think this way, it's easier.
Ah,
There you go.
See?
And we have all our beautiful pastas
Okay.
here. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now we have our very handy tool here, and we can do
Yeah, what does that do?
this, and then we have a beautiful
Oh, that's,
orecchietta.
that's
And
what
you can
that is
do
for.
gnocchi with this, and we can do other shapes of pasta. But
And why does it need ridges? Just because it looks cool?
it
or
doesn't need
cooks
it
better?
actually,
Oh,
but I just like the look of the pasta.
yeah. And that's what makes orecchiette is those
That was
little
made-
ridges?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And the shape too. This this round shape.
Yeah. Totally getting the hang of this. Is this thing we rolled out right now, is this about one serving? All these little,
This is probably, I would say, like couple of service
oh yeah?
maybe.
I think
Yeah.
that's full. No, okay,
Beautiful.
nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was
I'm gonna
hard on the
take
hand, but okay.
keep the
Okay.
dough here. I know this
And that
one
you
is
would just
slightly sharp,
re-roll,
yeah.
re-roll, re-roll.
And just keep going, yeah.
Because that's quite a bit of pasta right here. Actually,
Yeah.
when you look at it that way, yeah.
Beautiful.
Now we're going to
Thank
make
you.
a bunch of orecchiettis.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay,
So with Luca's
Now,
little thumb, did we get
I'll
the
let you do this a little
same
bit more.
effect
I'm gonna
here?
start making the cherry tomato sauce.
Okay.
So I'll start with a beautiful
Now, when
olive
you
oil
say
here.
tomato sauce, you're just basically, what are you going to do? Take a few.
But this,
nice fresh
this time of the year, exactly.
tomatoes.
This time of the year, I like to take advantage of the fresh tomatoes. They're beautiful, right? I love cherry tomatoes. I'm a big fan of cherry tomatoes, so I'll take advantage of that. But I can also use a little bit of, tiny bit of the tomato sauce.
Okay. And then
That
how
can
did you
be-
make that? That's pureed tomatoes.
That's pure tomatoes, right? And I
Yeah.
can be made with the Roma tomatoes at the market, right?
What else? Just tomatoes?
Just tomato, just
Really?
plain tomatoes, yeah, nothing else. Just really plain tomatoes.
But you've got all
okay?
these beautiful dried herbs here that you make. Do you ever throw some of those in? Or
Sure, absolutely.
little bit
Well,
goes a long
yeah.
way, huh?
I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of my water here. There you go.
Okay, so olive oil, a little bit of tomato sauce, water.
That's it.
Then you're
Now,
gonna-
now I'm done. Okay.
Okay.
My sauce is ready.
That's
Okay.
your sauce?
That's my sauce. I like to add a little tiny bit of garlic olive oil to give it a little bit of garlic flavor, and tiny bit of my pepperoncino olive oil and make it
Pepperoncino?
tiny bit spicy, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And how do you make
Perfect.
those?
Infuse them with the herbs, oregano, rosemary, garlic. It's very easy. Just boil some olive oil, put your herbs in there. As soon as it starts boiling, as soon as it's boiling, just stop it, cover it up, leave it there overnight, and then
And
you
then
have
you're
a
done. You
beautiful
take the
olive oil.
herbs out, and then
Take
you
the
have
herbs,
just
filter
oil.
it, and you just have it,
Oh.
your olive
You
oil. Yeah.
literally have to boil the olive oil?
Just as soon as it starts boiling, that's the time that you stop it.
Oh, okay.
So-
How are these doing? These okay? Are those okay?
Look, yeah, these are perfect.
And Luca
I'm
over
impressed.
there
Luca,
is
he's
making,
working so
getting
hard,
the corn
right?
off the cob. That corn is, wow.
Beautiful. Thank
That
you.
corn is, that's from James Birch from Florabella, right?
Yes,
they
it
grow
is,
that
yeah.
popcorn?
Yes, it is.
So, how's that on your hand, Luca? It's a little hard, huh? Your hands are bright red now. Special kind of corn that makes popcorn, which is great. It's beautiful little ears.
I'm gonna salt my tomatoes. Just put them in here.
Any more?
There you go. No, that's it. That would be
That's
enough for
one
for
ear of
today,
corn.
yeah.
We'll see how that'll get really,
Yeah.
that'll
Yeah,
fill
they'll
up.
fill up a plate for
working-
sure. Yeah.
Okay. So now these are going to cook for a while.
No, I'm just gonna leave them there. No, I don't want to cook those. I just want
Oh.
to just leave them in there.
Okay.
And then just before the pasta is ready, I'm gonna just boil them a little bit, warm them up a little bit because I don't
All right, I'm
really
trying
need
get
to
this-
cook them.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Before it's in here.
That's a little challenging, but we can do that.
So this thing is just for making orecchiette, this beautiful little
Or
wooden thing?
gnocchi too.
Or gnocchi.
Or gnocchi, right? Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll start with some salt in the water.
Oh, so
There you
okay,
go.
now we're going
We'll
to salt
the
that.
water,
okay.
right? And
Just
then we're
you're
gonna
just
put,
not even measuring, but you know what to do. So
put a beautiful orecchiette there.
okay.
We're gonna
So,
put
Daddy,
a
what do I
zucchini
do
in
And
there.
we
now?
add a little bit of that
Just be patient for a
trompetta.
second and I'll let you know, okay?
Okay, and then how long will this cook? And you
Fresh
have to watch
pasta,
it?
just made like that, about a couple of minutes.
Couple
As
minutes.
We'll see it, rise into the surface, and at that point we'll be ready.
They'll
right?
come up to the top.
That come up to the top really soon. So
Okay, and then
There we
when
go.
we
We're
come
gonna-
back, what we're going to do is you're going to show us how to get that out of the water, how to add the sauce, and then Luca's over there eating all his tomatoes, but we'll have some left when we come back, I hope. Okay, great.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Hey! I don't know you.
Some problems are just too big to ignore. But don't take matters into your own hands. With the help of a mediator, you can find a solution. Mediators are volunteer professionals who can help you resolve issues without the high cost of legal fees.
Wonder if he's single.
Hey, I saw him first.
Call us or reach out on the web if you'd like to volunteer or donate.
Good morning, sunshine. If he were, he'd tell you, right? You're too healthy to be. He didn't look sick. What if you weren't safe every time? What if he's sleeping with his ex? What if it broke? If you are HIV positive, what happens next?
You don't have to live with Mr. Doubt. Common Ground offers free testing and care for HIV and STDs, including hepatitis. Just stop by or call us.
It's time you know.
Hi, and we are back in the kitchen, and now we are joined by Luisa. This is Luca's younger sister, Luisa de Lorenzo. She has been our producer in the control room, and now she's here to taste the food and tell us what she thinks of her dad and her brother's fabulous creations. Welcome, Luisa.
Thank you.
So what we did is we finished the pasta real quick. It only took a couple minutes to cook, and took it out with a drainer, and then we dumped it right into that pan with that hot olive oil, with the tomatoes and the sauce you made. So simple, so quick. Even the zucchini from the pasta water went right in there. There's the pasta. Beautiful.
and it's ready.
And it's
also-
ready to go.
And also one thing, you
Now-
want to save your water when we cook, because if you need a little bit of extra water for the sauce, that's good thing, really
So
good
you
thing
save your
to save.
pasta water, okay.
Before I finish the pasta, I want to start the popcorns, okay?
Popcorn.
So I'll use a little bit of infused rosmarino, olive oil that I make at the restaurant. Just tiny bit of this. Cover it up. We don't want a popcorn.
High
or-
heat, very high heat.
Very high heat
Okay.
for a few seconds, or actually a couple of minutes, not just a few seconds.
And right.
And that's it. And
Okay,
then
so
we'll
that's
see
going to
the
go real
popping,
fast,
okay?
and then that's just reheating. And Luca, what's going on over there? What have you got happening
I'm
over
just
there?
putting the tomatoes in here with
Those
my
are your salt tomatoes that you made with the olive oil.
Yes.
Okay,
That looks beautiful.
that looks so good. And then so they kind of marinated for a little while over there. Is that what you were doing with the salt and the olive oil? You got them all marinated, and now you're plating them.
Yes.
Beautiful. And what did you pick them up with? You literally used tweezers to get those. Are those tomato tweezers, Chef?
Well, they're made for everything, actually,
Yeah.
but for the tomatoes are perfect, yes.
I did not know you had tweezers for cherry tomatoes. That's fantastic.
There you go. And then
Now this
here
is the beautiful orecchiette with the tomato sauce. Is that your favorite dish, Luisa?
Really close to my favorite. I have lots of favorites.
What is? So tell us some other favorites that you have.
I love black pasta.
Black
That's
pasta?
my favorite.
How do you make black pasta?
Well,
You add salt, like your dad said. It makes the pasta dark. No. What is black pasta?
black pasta is made with.
You're the popcorn star.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
with
okay.
the squid ink.
With squid ink.
Squid ink. You're 6 years old and you like squid ink on your pasta? That
Yes.
is pretty cool.
I know.
Oh, yes. Okay. How many of your friends enjoy eating squid ink pasta with you?
Well, I really didn't have so much friends, but a lot of friends like it.
They do?
Yeah.
Does it taste like, what does a squid taste like?
It tastes really good. It tastes like, for example, you're eating really good candy.
Like candy?
Yeah,
Wow.
really good.
Wow. So you make your own pasta too?
Not really, but I do like to. Yummy.
Yummy.
But I do
Can I
like
help
to
you put it in
make my own recipes and eat them, and they're really good.
Do you ever cook for your dad and your brother?
No.
No? They don't
My
let
dad
you?
cooks for me and my brother.
Oh, he does, huh? He comes home from the restaurant and he has to cook for you too?
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I
work.
think the popcorn's ready.
All right. We have some noise here. Yeah.
Now that's going. You have to shake the pan or you just let it go?
No, I just let it go. Yeah.
And tell me about these other, real quick, while we have a second here, you got these other flavored olive oils?
Yeah, I have
Just
other
so
flavors. as well.
easy.
I like to take advantage of the farmers market and the freshest produce, but I also want to save those products for later in different seasons,
Right.
right? So I have dehydrator. I dehydrate persimmons, bay leaves, porcini mushrooms, morel mushrooms, verbena. I can do all sorts of things. Raisins are fantastic. I love raisins.
raisins.
I'll do a pasta with chocolate and raisins during the winter time. So
Chocolate and raisin pasta?
Cacao and raisin, yeah. That's fantastic. I also make my own salts, the clover or the verbena or the geranium salt. So I'll take the freshest produce and I kind of try to preserve them during different
And
seasons.
with those flavored salts, are those, is it you call a finishing salt? It's
Those are
just sort of
finishing
to
salts, yeah.
Sprinkle
Yeah,
on top?
yeah,
to make-
absolutely.
So-
Keep it,
and that all goes through a dehydrator, or can you just put them in your oven if you
No.
don't have a dehydrator? Or?
You can do that too, right? An oven,
yeah.
a low temperature
Yeah.
oven, and leave them there overnight. That's a good trick too. Yeah.
I smell that
also-
rosemary. I can smell
That's
that.
fantastic,
Yeah.
right? Also, tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Dehydrate tomatoes, and then you can save them for summertime or springtime when there is no tomato. Spicy olive oil, pepperoncino,
So
all
that's
this
one of
stuff.
those machines that it's like a cryovac bag. You can put
we
stuff
have,
in.
Yeah, we have that at that restaurant. So
And do you keep that at room temperature? Do you have to, can you freeze that? What do you do with that? How do you store
you
that?
can. I think the best way would be to store in a refrigerator because mostly olive oil, so it's not gonna go bad. But
Oh yeah.
I think that would be the best way to do it. Okay.
They're slowing down a
And
little.
now we're slowing down a
I
little
don't know if
bit.
we take the top off though. They're going to fly
Gives a
everywhere.
Smell.
You smell the
Good smell.
rosemary?
Good smell.
You can smell the rosemary olive
Right.
oil. There's always going to be one more that pops out as soon as you take the lid off.
We also have some chips, some sage chips and kale chips, and I like to take some of maybe those sage chips and sprinkle on top of the popcorns.
Sage and kale. Now, were these
Sage and
done?
These were done in a microwave.
Okay.
Okay. It's very simple actually. Exactly 2 minutes in a microwave. A little bit of salt on top of it, sea salt if you have it, and they are ready. And
Can
they
I
are
pour
really
the salt on?
Okay,
Sure you can.
Louisa, who's going to taste the pasta first? We gotta need a volunteer taster to go first. I know. You know
Can I
what?
go first?
Yeah. Let Louisa go first. She's our
Louisa's
guest
gonna
right
go
now.
first. Can I have a couple of
Yep.
sage? Perfect. Thank you so much. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna break them on top right here. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. And maybe I can use one of the kales and I put it here as a decoration for my beautiful
Oh,
pasta.
beautiful. Okay,
And
Louisa,
one
take
for-
a bite. Let's see how it tastes.
Which one?
Okay. You can try any of these ones here.
All right. There you go.
try
You,
the
you go
pasta.
first. I'm going to try the popcorn. Oh, there it's over there. I'm going to try one of these.
Okay.
So the popcorn, you
can
don't
try
even
that
need
too.
to dress it with anything.
Well, we added some salt in here, and you don't need to dress them. But we did add some salt in here and some spices.
Okay, everybody, we've got a
This
thank
is
you
really
so
good.
much. Okay, you taste it too. You tell us too. Right now, thank you so much,
You're
Stephano.
so very welcome.
Luca, Louisa, thank you so much for being here and sharing all of your talent and your expertise with us in the kitchen. I hope you enjoyed Stephano and Luca's recipes today and that you will get to the farmer's market soon to pick up some of these ingredients so you can try these recipes yourself. Cooking with the Farmer's Market supports California family farms and brings you the best and freshest ingredients on earth grown right here in California. Join us again for more Cooking with the Farmer's Market.